I was 14 and Mum said to me, you've got to go out and get a job, and if you don't want to be at school. So I went to a careers day, and she said an apprenticeship of some type. So I went to the careers day and I'm walking around there and I'm thinking, army, no, plumber, no, all this sort of stuff. And because it was at Eagle Farm Racecourse, I stumbled across the apprentice jockeys school there. So I thought, well, this looks like a good thing for me. I'll have a go at that. And went and was, within a couple of days, was signing up to Pat Duff up there in Brisbane, and the rest is history.
I was a receptionist. I didn't really enjoy that indoor life, but I was a receptionist, and a job came in the paper for apprentice jockey. I thought, oh, I can do that. Get me out of this office. So I had to go. I went there and I started straight away. You don't have interviews or anything, you just start. That's brilliant, a worker. And my boss said, you got a lot of initiative, you'll go a long way in racing. And I went to the boot maker to get some boots. And he said, do you know why your boss has employed you? I said, no. He said, because you've got small feet and you'll never grow. I said, well, there you go. So that's where it started in Albury.
I was in Queensland to start off with Pat Duff, then went through to a bloke called Barry Brown. Then my mum moved to Sydney, so I got a job down there with Neville Voigt and under Peter Cook and Neville Voigt down there, which is where the passion really come from. That's who sort of taught me, the deeper part of racing, and that was with the better horses and the bigger stables, and that's where it was all really started for me. After Sydney, I went to Japan and America and done 18 months over there riding horses and breaking in Japan. Ended up landing back in Melbourne there, and a friend of mine, Jason McLaughlin, he was training down in Melbourne at the time, said, do you want to come and ride a bit of work? And I went down there and started riding a couple of days a week, and from there, that's where I met Heidi, and she was working at Rob McGuinness's, and we just kicked things off from there.
I went down to Caulfield and I walked up the track, and the man said, are you right, love? I said, yeah. He said, what are you doing? I said, oh, I just want a job. He said, oh, I'll get you a job with the next trainer that walks up, and it was Rob McGuinness. He said, hello, Bob, hello, Heidi. He said, oh, right, so when can you start? I said, I just started. He said, oh, I like you. So I started with Rob, and that was a wonderful, wonderful man. And 6 months into being with Rob, Wayne, the other track work rider, said, mate, there's this bloke coming down from Queensland, and he can ride. So whatever he wants, Bobby, you give him, because he can ride the bad horses and I can't ride them. So in walked Dane, and a bit of cowboy boots on, and had his nice, he wore tight jeans then, he looked all right.
It got to the stage where, we just had to sort of make a move for ourselves, otherwise we're just going to be work riders for the rest of our lives. And we come up here with one horse, just poking around with it, and family and kids and all the rest, we just decided to move back up to the country. The first winter was the Evoca Cup, actually. It was a good day. We were sort of poking around with only 1 or 2 horses, and I'll get out of town. He went to the Evoca Cup and won that, and we thought, well, how easy is this, country cups, and it was really good buzz, and we soon realised how hard it actually is. The country cup circuit, we really love that, and we do target our horses towards them. Like we got a lot of these old tried horses, and that's what Heidi and I are good at. We try and rehabilitate older horses, and the property that we're training from, it sort of suits that. And we do target the country cups, and we have had a lot of success this year doing it.
Finn McCool started it off, and we popped over to Evoca, which is just the most fabulous day, and he won, and he paid $41, and it was just fabulous. Golden Authority came to us, had a few head issues of where he will and won't put his head. Dane always fixes whatever we get, tells them where they will and won't put their head, and then he says, if he tells me I'll ride it, well then I start riding it. And if he tells me I'm not riding it, I don't ride it. But and the whole time I've been with Dane, when he says to ride it. So Golden Authority's a nice horse, and he's raced super well for us. He also not only won a couple, but he ran quite a few placings in other ones. And dear old Tradiici, he's one of my absolute favourites. And we got him because he wasn't really performing that well at Caulfield, and we were going to jump him. And ever since we jumped him, he just went, oh, this is fabulous. And He has been so consistent for the 2.5 years we've had. So when he got that lead all the way and no one bothered him, we were screaming, because we just know he just loves to lead and just have everything his own way, and it was a fabulous day. We had a big celebration.
As a barrier attendant across the state, that sort of leaves a bit of a hole too at home, but I'm lucky enough just to be the name of Dane Smith Racing. It's Heidi and the kids that really, got something in my throat. It's Heidi and the kids that sort of keep that all up. It's, I don't need to be there. It's, it all goes ahead still without me, travelling the state doing the barrier attendant work. Our life's busy, with the kids and the horses, and it's only Heidi, myself, and young Michelle giving us a hand. It's, it is our life. It's what we do, and it's what we enjoy doing, and that's what we do.